The father of American literature comes to life at the Pump House courtyard this weekend. We're talking about the legendary author and humorist Mark Twain. This is a one-man show. It runs each night at 7 o'clock. And joining us this morning with a little preview, we have Michael Scott. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
Hey, thanks for joining me and talking about this show, all about Mark Twain. It's a one-man show, which puts a lot of pressure on you, Michael.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Although this is not my first go-around with a one-man show. For 3 years, I did David Sedaris's The Santaland Diaries for the community theater in the Pump House. So I have a little bit of experience with one-man shows.
That's great to hear. I mean, it's got to be a challenge, but it seems like you're confident and ready to bring Mark Twain to life. So how are we going to see Mark this weekend over at the Pump House?
Well, so I do the Ghosts of Historic Crosse walking tour, and when I do that tour, I like to point out that at the southwest corner of 4th and Main Street, there used to be an opera house, and Mark Twain came to La Crosse in 1864 and spoke at that opera house just 3 weeks before his publication of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. And I am actually going to do a story in the show that he told in La Crosse that evening. I came upon it years ago. I love the river. I love to kayak. And before a kayak trip, I had downloaded a audio recording of Hal Holbrook doing Mark Twain. And I was on the river, and it was on shuffle, and it just popped up. And I was the only witness to Mark Twain and his words being reunified with that river. And honestly, I was so moved I wept. And I thought, you know what, I want to do this. So I did this 6 years ago, but it was called Walking with Twain, and I would walk people along the river. But there are difficulty with that. There's skateboarders and other things going on, people in boats with loud music. So I thought, you know what, let's just stay put this time.
Yeah, and it's all going to be happening at the courtyard. We're going to get a glimpse into some great history here in La Crosse, and I think folks are really going to enjoy this. So I appreciate you taking some time to join me this morning, Michael, and talk a little bit about bringing Mark Twain to life.
Thank you so much for having me.